Hey, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, but you can call me Pajama Grandma in my warm and cozy robe because we got a bunch of snow. I know, it's not right, not fair, amazingly unbelievable, but we got a ton of snow, and it's been really blustery and cold and snowy and blizzardy for the last couple of days here in Wisconsin. And sometimes I wonder, why do I still live here? But it's beautiful. It's beautiful as long as I don't have to go out in it and hang outside in it. But sometimes I like to go out in it, but mostly not in the cold these days. So day 446 of discussing and sharing and journaling. What am I doing now? What am I doing as I transition from the offline brick and mortar world to the online world? And a couple of things come to mind, of course, challenges, Women's Summit, and just change. And I want to talk about those a little bit quickly, and I'll try to be quickly because I've gotten some aha moments today. And I'm like, oh my God, why have I not thought about this or really acted upon it sooner? It's not like I haven't thought about it or it hasn't entered my mind, but it's pretty easy when we don't want to change something. We'll get an idea, we'll get an inkling, we'll get a notion about something, but then we very quickly and very easily sweep it away under the rug, back where it belongs, so that we don't have to deal with it right now. At least some of us do that. I've been known to do that. So let's talk about what's going on right now. Challenges. Today's day 20 of my Hook Story Offer Challenge, which I'm doing a great job doing it every day, not doing a great job sharing it every day. I haven't been getting out and sharing it and putting it out there. And I think part of it is my resistance, my personal resistance to the whole topic and the whole dealing with chronic pain thing. And I know that's why I'm not putting it out there. It's my own personal resistance. I started a painkillers group. There's 3 people in it because why? Because I am resistant to sharing it. I've got 19 Hook Story Offer messages now that I could be in videos that I should be and could be putting out there, but I'm not. So then the question becomes, why am I not? What excuse am I making for not doing that? Well, it's my personal fear and resistance to putting those messages out there, to putting it out there that I have been a person that's had chronic pain all of my life, on and off, been, debilitating or not, but I am. And so I guess my fear is, what does that say about me? What does that tell other people about me? And for some reason, I feel like it makes me seem weak and that I am not together or right. And so I'm resistant to sharing that. Now, the fact is, we are what we are who we are. We're all on this journey of personal development and growth. And part of my personal development and growth has oftentimes involved debilitating chronic pain. But it's hard to share that because pain to me means that I'm having an absolute breakdown in something in my life that is resulting in pain that just stops me in my tracks. And I'm sure I'll open up and talk more about that, but I'm realizing that the reason I'm holding myself back in that area where it's because I feel that way. Well, the thing is, everybody that's got chronic pain in some way, shape, or form feels that way. We feel like there's something wrong with us and we're not normal, and that's why we have this pain. Well, it's totally not why we have the pain. But we tell ourselves that, and other people tell us that, oh, just feel better. People say the dumbest things to people in pain or people with chronic pain. It's like when somebody dies and you're at a funeral. People don't know what to say, so they say stupid things. And you can let it hurt your feelings, or you can realize that people say and do the things they do because they don't know what else to say. They can't relate. They can't help you. Remember at my dad's funeral, people say stuff, and you just, inside, you hug them and you shake your head and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that is like the most insensitive thing, terrible thing to say. But people don't know that. They don't understand until the experience or the situation happens to them. And then all of a sudden, you can always tell. It's really interesting. And a funeral is a good example. It's not a good example, but it's a good example because it's one most of us can relate to. Most of us have had, well, at least by the time you're my age, somebody really close to us pass away, or I call it transition. I call it transitioning. But I have a whole different perspective on the death thing. And before then, I had different thoughts and believings. Before my sudden cardiac arrest about death, I had different beliefs and thoughts and feelings as well. But now that's changed. But anyway, most people don't, until they've experienced something, have any I mean, we try to be empathetic, we try to understand, but until we've actually experienced it, and I just had a really big aha moment right there. that explains a whole lot of why I experience certain things that I probably wouldn't have to if I would make a different choice, right? So, but a funeral is a good example because people don't know what to say until they've experienced it. And as soon as they've experienced it and lost someone close to them, it instantly changes how they respond to other people's deaths. Okay, for most of us, most people, I'm not going to say everybody, because some people just aren't open to development and open to growing or being a bigger, better person. But for the most of us, once we experience something, we can really empathize with other people. Think of childbirth. I love this because there is no way a woman or a man who's never actually physically given birth to a child can understand and feel what it feels like to give birth or to have a child or to be pregnant. You just can't imagine it. People can describe it. They can share it in books. They can, share it in what to expect when you're expecting. But it's still not the same as going through it and experiencing it yourself. People can help to prepare you. You can read things and learn things from other people, but that is still not the same as you as a human being experiencing it. Same thing here. So I can't remember what I was talking about that. Isn't that funny? Empathizing and changing and challenges. Why I don't want to talk about chronic pain. But I suspect that deep down, I'm looking at coming up on a breakthrough because the thing I'm resisting talking about and being involved in and helping other people with is the exact thing that I'm here to help people with, talk about, and share with people in the world. So I will work through my own demons. They're not demons, but my own beliefs. I call my false beliefs my demons. I will work through my own demons about discussing and challenging and working on the topic of chronic pain because I know that I can help a lot of people with that. The fact that I'm sitting here is proof that I can help a lot of people with chronic pain and to take back their lives. It's absolute positive proof because by any stretch of the imagination, there have been several times in my life that I should not still be sitting here talking to you. Okay, so let's talk about challenges. Those are some of the challenges I faced in my life. So I'm doing the Hook Story Offer Challenge on Monday. Oh my God, it's already Monday. We're starting the 90-day live challenge. Heather Havenwood and I, which she and I need to chat about that because we haven't chatted about it. I keep saying I'm going to outline my days. And I've been putting that off, but I'm one of those people. I don't know if I should admit it or not, but I decide I'm going to do something. And then tomorrow I start doing it. I've known we're going to do the 90-day challenge for probably a month now. And I guess I must be better at the last minute getting things actually done because I've been procrastinating on it. It just keeps falling down the priority list of mapping that out. And I actually started mapping it out, but I didn't decide exactly and I'm working on my personal focus and what I'm going to do for those 90 days because that, like I said, I always do my challenges right along with people because that's where I see the holes in what's going on or what I'm saying or what I'm sharing. So that's coming up on Monday already. Also, I decided I'm going to share my past bonuses and my current bonuses with the One Funnel Away Challenge from ClickFunnels. I totally forgot because I've been busy with my Women's Summit and my other projects this year and watching the 3-year-old granddaughter that I totally forgot that they were doing it every month. And I should have been sharing my bonuses every month because they're freaking awesome. I was actually in the beta program of the One Funnel Away Challenge, the original one. And right along with that, not only did I do and document my journey through the One Funnel Away Challenge and coach every day on that, but I also did the 30 days book that goes along as a bonus with this challenge. I did a summary of each one of the speakers and of that summit, that 30-day challenge or 30 days summit. And I shared and summarized all of those plans plus shared the plans. So those are all available. And not just I have to go read all of these. I can listen to under 10-minute talk about the summary of what are the key points in this and pull those out and then decide if I want to go read and listen to the whole plan and the plans and listening to them. It's all included in that too. So I've got a 30-day challenge, a 60-day challenge as a bonus, and then I'm doing a weekly Q&A call right along with it so that the people that are going through and working on the One Funnel Away Challenge can actually ask me specific questions because there's nothing worse than you're working through a challenge like that and you get hooked on one little thing and you feel like that's your roadblock and your stumbling block, and then you end up quitting the whole challenge because you can't get over that one question or that one stumbling block. I'm also offering, what else do I have in there? Oh, the Supersized Business Mastermind event, a free ticket to the Supersized Business Mastermind event. I knew there was something else. So it's very, 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 very cool and amazing bonus offer, because all that's free on top of all of the cool things you get with the One Funnel Away Challenge. It all costs $100. It's $100. It is the best $100 I've ever spent. Because when I went through it, I was really, sorry about the alarm. I was actually surprised. And what I did is when I went through it as if I was a brand new person that had never heard of ClickFunnels, that had never heard or done any marketing. And that was the hat I put on when I went through it. And it was really interesting because I am a certified partner for ClickFunnels, and I've been doing ClickFunnels for 2 years. I've got hundreds and hundreds of funnels, hundreds of people and customers that I've helped coach through different aspects of using that particular software and doing marketing for their offline and online business. So what I thought was interesting was the things I got hung up on were the things that I thought were going to be super easy for me and that I would fly right through. Those are the things, because I was following their exact formula. So for example, when it came time to create a funnel or a sales message, they had a template that they wanted you to use. I had never used that template. I always did things my own way. Well, by using their template, it took me personally longer because I had to say and act as if I was new. How would I do this if I were brand new? And I did it for a brand new product, a brand new service, and everything. And like I said, my biggest aha from the entire thing was the things I thought would be easy for me were super hard, and I actually lost a day and then I had to catch up. And the things I thought were going to be hard for me, I flew right through and were super easy. The other thing I love about this challenge is that, we know I love challenges, right? The other thing I love about this challenge is it isn't just about the ClickFunnels software and using their tool. Although, of course, their overall purpose and intent and objective of this whole program is to get people to use their software and become lifelong customers of it. Because if they get you in, you use the software, you get results, boom, you're going to stick with using it, right? Common sense, 100% clarity there. There is no disguise there. However, you don't have to use ClickFunnels, their software, to get a ton out of this particular challenge. And then if you couple that with my Supersize Your Business challenge, because that creates the whole framework for your business, and with the going through the 30 possible ways of doing a 30-day restart for your business if you were to lose everything, each of those, it's just a freaking incredible package and value. So I decided I'm going to promote this version of it. I haven't done it at all. So I'm like, well, why not? I've got all the resources. I can hop on and do a weekly Q&A call. I absolutely love doing weekly Q&A calls and answering people's questions one-on-one. I absolutely love that. Or group or lots on one. I like doing that too. So I'm going to do that. And then my Women's Summit. I've asked for help in cleaning up my first Women's Summit and making it polished, more professional. I've added an affiliate plan. And with watching the 3-year-old, of course, my personal goal and objective was to do 4 or 5 Women's Summits this year. That meant that I should be launching one this month. I have not done that. I haven't done any interviews. I haven't reached out to anybody. I've got a huge list of women that have volunteered to be on these summits, but I didn't plan the next one and I didn't reach out to people. And I decided what I'm going to do, since the first one was awesome, is I'm going to re-roll that out, but I'm going to clean it up from a graphic design standpoint and get help with that, because I don't know how to do that. So if you go to the landing page, for example, with all the pictures on it, they're different sizes and different shapes because I don't have Photoshop. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to learn how to do Photoshop. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. If I had the desire, it would be one thing, but I don't have the desire. I'm one of those people that takes, 10,000 plus pictures a year, but I grab my cell phone. I call my cell phone my camera. That's how I use my phone. It's just a camera to capture things. And I don't ever edit them. I'm like, what you see is what you get. Kind of like with me, what you see is what you get. And the same with the way I take pictures. Now, my daughter's a photographer, so she goes crazy at me. She's like, it's so easy. And I'm like, it's so easy for you because you've been trained to be a photographer and you've got tons of hours of experience with it and you love it. I don't love it. I love taking pictures. I don't love the actual having to edit them or do anything with them. So I'm outsourcing and getting help with that. But I want to clean that out. I actually want to add a few more speakers. I think it's awesome, but it's always good to be adding and getting a different perspective on a couple of topics. So there's a couple of topics in there with respect to handling customers that I want to explore a little deeper and bring some people on board and add them to the summit just to make it even better. But let's be honest, the whole of people in business and in life, we all want and need customers and relationships. So it's really a bigger topic than just customers. It's how do you build relationships with other people and with customers. So I want to dig a little deeper into that, the importance of relationships and building relationships and how you really do that, and maybe a little more how-to around that as part of the summit. And I want to add that and beef it up a little bit. So that, and so we got challenges, we got the summit, and you know, I could sit here and I could beat myself up because, oh my God, you were going to do your next summit on, you know, what's the next thing or business strategy, which is really right up my alley. So I probably should have done it this month, but there's no way I'm knocking out a summit in a month. Not going to happen. Even with the framework that I've set up from the first one, it would be just like the last one. It would be rushed, and I don't want it to be rushed. I'd rather add to and embellish and really make this first one awesome. And you know, maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe my direction is supposed to be all about helping women with the whole aspect of bringing people into their world, bringing people into their business, and creating a lifelong relationship and with them. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. And that's why I'm dawdling on the next one, because I love business systems. I love engineering. I'm like a total nerd, and I love creating those things. But if you don't have the customers in the first place to bring into your business and support the lifestyle and the business that you want, you don't need the systems yet. You got to be having the people come to you before you need the systems. So maybe that's why I'm holding off on doing that next one. And guess what? There's plenty of time this year to do more summits, right? It's just April. So that's what I'm up to. That's what I'm up to in my offline versus online world today. Also moving, which is change, and I could talk for 5 minutes on change, but I think I've already talked long enough today. So I want to wish you an absolutely fabulous day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Thanks for listening.